welcome back. This week's 5 tips are 5 tips to kickstart your business. This is part 2 of our 5 tip series where I'll be sharing 5 tips each week that are helpful for businesses, small to medium-sized entities, artists, photographers, filmmakers, and essentially anyone who has an idea and wants to create and protect it. I'll be sharing 5 tips on how to level up and take your business or craft to the next stage. And most importantly, protect what you create. These tips were formulated from common questions I am asked and also from real-life client stories and issues. If you missed part 1, 5 tips to boost business without spending a thing, be sure to check it out. I have linked it below. So today's tips, 5 tips to kickstart your business. Tip number 1, choose a unique name. This tip is one that is often overlooked and one which enough care and consideration is not given. Here in Trinidad and Tobago, the trend seems to be to choose names that perfectly describes the business. However, while this can be really helpful and useful in the short term, it can be restrictive and less effective in the long term in terms of trademarking and incorporation in other jurisdictions. When you use descriptive words for the name of your business, the chances are higher that 1, your name may not be accepted by companies' registry as it may be too similar to other companies. 2, that the name may not immediately qualify for trademark protection. And 3, the most important of them all, other similarly named businesses may be mistaken for yours. If you look at the biggest brands and entities worldwide, like Chanel, Apple, Samsung, Google, the majority have very unique names that are either invented words or names that have nothing to do with their goods or services. When you're choosing a name, you want to choose something that is unique so that your business can be easily identified. The name can be trademarked and you can stop others from using anything confusingly similar to your name. This will also help your business to easily expand into other territories and allow them to be registered there. Tip number 2, choose the right structure for your business. I meet a lot of clients that even after they have registered their business, they're not always 100% sure of what type of business they have. This is important, however, as each structure attracts different protections or lack thereof, and they have different requirements and tax implications. It is important to examine your business and determine what properly suits what you are setting out to do. For example, if you're getting into business with other persons and you're setting up a business where you have employees and you plan to hire persons to run that entity, then the best structure for you may be incorporation of a company, where you can appoint directors who have specific legally bound duties to your company and you have protection as the business is its own legal entity. Whereas if you have a business where it's just you and you're now building up your business, registering as a sole proprietor may be useful in the short term, where you wouldn't have all the reporting requirements that come with incorporation. On the other hand, you also won't have the type of protection afforded by a company. And so it's important to have a good understanding of what each structure entails so you can choose the type that properly meets your needs. Tip number 3, ensure the domain name is available. When we start a business, we're often focused on getting all the right legal documents together. So whether it's the bylaws of a company, the filing forms, getting all necessary approvals. However, sometimes after doing all that work, you may realize either that 1, the domain name you wanted for your business may be already taken, or 2, that another business already has a domain name that is very similar to yours. At this point, Your options may be limited in terms of what domain you use, and so it is always recommended that you check and secure the domain name at the same time as you file for registration of your business. This tip is particularly important in our current times when having a website is becoming more and more essential. One bonus with having a domain name is that it enables you to easily get a customized email and address, which adds further authenticity to your business for customers who are not familiar with you. And it also adds security to your customers who can easily verify that it's a legitimate email. If you do have a website online or plan on creating one, you're going to want to also use tip number 4. So tip number 4 is file for your trademark. There's sometimes a misconception that once you file for your business name at the company's registry, this means that you also have a trademark. However, the company's registry and the trademarks registry are two separate and distinct registries, and in fact no cross searches are done. So you can file in company's registry for your name and get it registered, but someone else can go to the trademarks registry and register the same name as a trademark. Particularly when starting a new business, a trademark can help new customers to easily identify you and to find you. Proper use of a trademark can help to quickly grow your company's reputation. Importantly, a trademark can help easily distinguish your business and protect your business. An example of how it can add protection is in relation to numerous phishing scams that we currently have. In fact, there has been a surge in these scams in the midst of the current pandemic. A lot of scams use similar domain names to online companies and then try to exploit customers of the companies. As a trademark owner, you have the power to successfully bring proceedings against these scammers and save your company's reputation. Owning a trademark can also open up different revenue streams where you can license the use of the trademark. And I'll give 5 tips on how you can monetize your trademark in a later video. It also enables you to expand easily into different industries, as customers would know your brand and trust the quality when you venture into a new type of good or service. Tip number 5, get your paperwork in order. I know this is not something most persons look forward to, except maybe attorneys, but you need to ensure that all agreements, whether it's with staff, business partners, suppliers, customers, or whoever you do business with essentially, that all your paperwork is in order. This is something you want to have formalized before you start operating or doing business with that person or entity. If you're hiring staff, make sure you have your confidentiality clause to protect your sensitive information or trade secrets. Make sure you clearly identify the roles and responsibilities. Make sure you have proper protocols and agreements in place for termination. Other paperwork you should ensure is in place are policies. Make sure you are OSHA compliant. Make sure you and everyone who works with you know all the reporting requirements. Ensuring that you have formal agreements and properly laid out policies can save you a lot in the future. Many businesses that end up either losing their vital trade secrets or end up before the courts are usually and unfortunately left exposed due to their lack of upfront formal agreements and policies. It is therefore recommended that you get your paperwork in order and keep it that way. While it may be a hassle to do all these things up front, it will definitely save you in the long run. So that's it, my 5 tips for this week. 5 tips that I hope you can implement to kickstart your business. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more tips as they are posted. And if you found this video to be helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any tips you would like to share, be sure to leave it in the comments below so that we can all learn together. Be sure to tune in for next week's tips. 5 tips to make money with music. Until next time.